Good morning, everybody. What another beautiful Friday morning we have. It looks like we're going to have a great weekend. The forecast is to be in the high 80s, low 50s, 80s, high 40s, low 50s. I suppose 80s will come, but not this weekend. So get out and enjoy yourself. It'll be an opportunity to spend a little bit of time outside during this weekend. One of the things that you want to do this weekend is to go up to the Holt Arena and participate with Chrome in the Dome. That will be taking place today and tomorrow. Today they actually open the doors at 2 o'clock this afternoon and run until 9 o'clock tonight. And then tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock they'll open the doors again and run through 7 o'clock. And I think about 6 o'clock is when they do their awards ceremony. If you haven't participated with that awards ceremony, come on up and do that. It's fun to see the vehicles that get the awards, but each one of those are so fun to participate with. So again, make it a point to get up there to the Holt Arena today or tomorrow and view all of those vintage vehicles as well as a few modern vehicles that are really fun to watch. Just a couple of quick comments to you now. I put a little post on our Facebook page, but I want to do just a little bit more today. We are grateful to the Journal for the article that was in the paper yesterday. It was very complimentary of the city of Chubbuck and the things we're doing, and we are grateful for that. A couple of comments that I want to make. First and foremost, one of the reasons that Chubbuck is in the great place it is right now is because of the attitude of you, the citizenry. And we know that. We're grateful for your willingness to participate with the surveys that we have done over the last about year and a half, actually. And we've taken those surveys very seriously. And it's by the comments that you've made that we've come up with our strategic plan that we're moving forward with. That is the very reason we're able to do many of the things that we're doing, along with the fact that we've been meeting with all of the departments in our priority meetings and recognizing that it was important for us to work together for the good of this community to get the things to happen that needed to. And so there's just wonderful things happen in this community because of a lot of cooperation right from each citizen, right through each one of our staff and each of our elected officials. And I'm just grateful for the cooperation and the coordination that's happening in that way. I also wanted to make a comment that to me it was a little unfortunate in that article that they did a little comparison of the two cities, Pocatello and Chubbuck. I think we need to be very careful when we do something like that. Sometimes it's a little bit like comparing apples to oranges. We're not exactly the same. There's quite a bit that's different. And as good as things are in Chubbuck and as many wonderful things that are happening here, I'm grateful for the city of Pocatello, and I recognize that some wonderful things are happening there. They've made some good plans. They've been working hard. Their mayor and council have worked very hard to make sure their budget is where it needs to be, and then to make sure that they're making plans also. So I think if you were able to sit down and dissect the two communities, the differences are minimal. We're alike in a lot of ways, but we're just two different cities too. And so the growth patterns and the things that happen in those two cities absolutely do look different. But I just wanted to make sure to say to all of our Pocatello friends that we're so grateful for the cooperation that has happened over the last number of years. We want to see that relationship strengthened and go forward and just do much better. And so as I concluded yesterday, I'll conclude again, the best is yet to come. And that's for both communities. Let's just continue to strive to work together and make the very best happen for all of us. Now, folks, there's just a lot of good things that are going to be happening in the next little while, and I would encourage each one of the citizens who have a desire to get involved. There's going to be many opportunities for service, for volunteerism, to come in and help us make sure not only that we do the things that we need to do for the growth that's going to happen, that it happens right. And we've got a lot of participation right now, and I'm grateful for that. The last thing I want to say is as spring approaches, and spring is actually here officially this coming Wednesday, the warm weather will hit and things will start to change, and there's going to be a lot of yard work that needs to be done. Be aware of your neighbors. There are many in our community who truly have needs, and I would suggest that as you watch your neighborhood, if you see a place that seems to have a little bit of a challenge getting their spring cleaning done, that we reach out in a spirit of cooperation and offer help where help is needed. Let's be especially sure of familiar with and cognizant of our elderly, but also we have those who are experiencing some health challenges And I just think that it's going to be important that as a community, we just make sure we're aware of our neighborhood, our neighbors, and those who need help, let's make sure that we're helping them. Too many times, most of those folks in the situation they find themselves in, they're a little embarrassed to reach out for help. We need to be careful how we approach them, because sometimes it's a little embarrassing to have somebody approach you and ask if you need some help. But on the other hand, I think we need to be the friendly community we've always been, and as we work together, we can keep this community headed in the right direction. We've got a lot of efforts in our community over the last 6 to 7 years for beautification and for picking up our game and to be a beautiful city. And I think we're headed in absolutely the right direction. So let's keep heading in that direction. Grateful for each one of you and who you are. Enjoy this weekend, and we'll see you again next week.